IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome, is a condition that a number of people around the world suffer from, and a lot of times they get told by their doctor that there's nothing they can do about it. Today, I would like to discuss irritable bowel syndrome from the functional nutrition perspective to give you some tools that you can use to make your health better, to feel better, and to start thriving. If you're interested, keep watching. Hello, beautiful friends. My name is 𝗕𝗢𝗦𝗘. I am the founder of Nourish Functional Nutrition. I'm a certified nutritionist and a functional nutrition lifestyle practitioner. Welcome to my channel where I teach you how to get to the root causes of your condition and how to use food as medicine. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to tap on the bell so that you can get notified when I release a new video. IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome, is a group of symptoms that people get diagnosed with that include diarrhea, constipation, anxiety, depression, bloating, gas, cramping, intestinal inflammation, pain, and all other types of inflammation. Unfortunately, in conventional medicine, there is no treatment for IBS. Today, I would like to address 5 ways that you can look at IBS that may help you get some relief. So let's get started. IBS affects between 25 and 45 million people in the US alone, and 2 out of 3 IBS sufferers are women. If you've been told you have IBS, you've probably been told to go home and to just deal with the symptoms on your own. Today, I would like to show you 5 steps that you can consider on your way to recovering from IBS. I highly recommend that you work with a healthcare practitioner that can guide you and lead you through these steps. And I also want to give you a disclaimer that this video is for educational purposes only. It's not meant to treat, diagnose, or prescribe anything. Any prescription that you start or continue needs to be checked with your doctor or your healthcare practitioner. So when it comes to IBS, there are many symptoms that people experience, and unfortunately, there are no answers out there. But the first step is your food. This is the million-dollar question that everybody asks. What should I eat? Because it hurts to eat, and there are usually symptoms, and there's consequences to the food that you're eating. In functional nutrition, when we look at calming inflammation, we're always looking at food sensitivities. So there are some foods that are not going to be tolerated by your body because your body's probably not digesting them properly. And so the first step is to look at a food sensitivity testing or possibly an elimination diet. The elimination diet helps you isolate foods that are currently bothering you so that you can calm the inflammation in your gut. Through an elimination diet, you would be asked to eliminate intake of gluten, dairy, soy, corn, sugar, alcohol, and several other foods that may be irritating you. But this is highly personal and individualized, so it's important that you work with a health professional to do this. We recommend that you do this for at least 1 month and up to 3 months. It seems like a tedious process, but I promise you that it's very rewarding. Step number 2, because some of the causes of IBS include not only food sensitivities, but an imbalanced gut microbiome, some toxins, possibly parasites, worms, digestive enzymes that are lacking or not working properly. So we also want to look at the microbiome as a whole, and we typically require some stool testing. With the stool testing, as we analyze the microbiome, we're looking at the balance of pathogenic bacteria, that's bacteria that is going to harm you, versus beneficial bacteria. And with that, we see if the gut microbiome is out of balance, then you have some information so that you can start looking at treating that, at restoring the balance. Bacteria sometimes accumulates in different parts of the intestine or the intestinal tract. based on whether food is not digested properly. So if you are not digesting food properly in the stomach, you will possibly have an overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine. Another reason for that may be that the valve between the small intestine and the large intestine is not working properly, and possibly some food or some waste material from the colon has come up, some bacteria has come up to the small intestine. That could be also caused by having had food poisoning, or maybe a slowdown of your digestive process for different reasons. And so anytime that there's an upset in the GI tract, there's a possibility that bacteria will overgrow. So it's very important to rule out things like H. pylori, yeast, and worms or parasites. So once we know that, we have some information to go on. Step number 3 is to repopulate or reinoculate the area, because in step 2, you have discovered whether you have some kind of a parasite or something that you have treated. In step number 3, once you have treated and you have a negative test for that bacteria, then you can reinoculate with probiotics, with fermented foods, with enzymes that you may have been lacking. So in functional nutrition and functional medicine, we're always asking the question, why? Why is this person not digesting their food properly? Why did the yeast appear? Why is the motility compromised? So we're looking at different things, and with that information, in step number 3, we move in to repopulate the area, and always keeping in mind the reason why things began in the first place. In step 3, one of the things that we focus on is the acid in the stomach. As we get older, we secrete less acid in our stomach, and we need acid in order to break down food, especially protein. And acid is found in the stomach. If you don't have enough acid in the stomach, you may overgrow some bacteria. So sometimes it's as simple as bringing in some enzymes that will help you digest your food in the stomach, and that would restore the balance. A low acid content in the stomach could lead to vitamin B12 deficiency, anemia, osteoporosis, SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. We talked about that a little bit ago. And so it's important that we are always asking that question, why? And so now we're restoring the balance in the gut. We're bringing in good enzymes, possibly good probiotics. And keep in mind that all probiotics are not created equal. So it's important that you get the opinion of a trained, qualified healthcare practitioner here. And also fermented foods. Fermented foods are crucial. You don't want to introduce fermented foods before you get rid of the bad guys, because that doesn't go well. In step number 4, we bring in some supplements and some vitamins and minerals and things that you may have been lacking depending on what you had and what issues were going on in your gut. Things like vitamin A, aloe, zinc, L-glutamine. These are all supplements that help heal the gut lining and heal the intestines so that you can start absorbing your food properly and digesting your food properly. And in step number 5, we feed the good guys that we just introduced into your GI tract. And we bring colorful fruits and vegetables. We bring in things like cranberries and blueberries, pomegranate, bright, beautiful, colorful plants, because the good guys love polyphenols. Polyphenols are antioxidants and superfoods, and this is where your healthcare practitioner can help you. So all of these steps are very simple, but they are steps that require trial and error, and trial and error comes with experience. And so enrolling a good healthcare practitioner is very helpful. Many people suffer from SIBO and IBS for many years, and they think that this is the only way. And so I hope that by looking at these 5 ways of assessing your IBS, you will get some hope, and then you will know that it is possible for you to recover from this, and it's not as difficult as you may have thought. If you need a good healthcare practitioner, if you're looking for someone to help guide you through this process, don't hesitate to call. I'm at nourishfunctionalnutrition.com. You can schedule a free discovery call with me where we can discuss your needs and see if we can work together as a team to get you on your way to great health. So if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.